Tyson Dow. Dun, 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 dun. Tyson Dow, what a diamond co. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Tyson Dow. Tyson Dow. Tyson Dow, what a diamond co.
I hope people understand what you sing.
Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. I was speaking Chinese.
他其实在唱的是财神到。很快呢，新的一年就是在明天了。I said soon, tomorrow gonna turn into the New Year's.
Yes, that's what we're here to do. We're here to wish you a very happy New Year. We want 2021 to be the best year that you've ever had. But we thought we'd just say farewell for 2020 and have a quick think about the year that was 2020. Pretty wild year, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me and Daniel, what we always do at the end of this year, actually, every year at the end of the year, what we will do some review. A review on each area of our life. Can be finance.
Mm-hmm. Handbags.
Yeah.
Clothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Career.
Money.
Yep. Relationship.
Mm-hmm. Success.
A lot
friendship.
Of yeah, friendship.
Family.
Yes, absolutely. What else? How many pets?
Yeah, pets.
Pets.
So, what about your year? How was your year? If you're joining us live, say hello. If you're watching us on the replay, say hello. How was your 2020? Well, our 2020 was pretty wild. I remember in 2019, I'd flown out of Sydney.
Yep.
And I just had my most successful earning hour ever. And then we came back to Taiwan. I spoke to 1,000 people over 2 days.
Yes.
And then COVID, they started to talk about COVID. So it's been over 1 year since I've actually travelled to my home country of Australia. And we weren't really anticipating that last year. But even through 2020, it was an up and down year. We opened businesses, we closed businesses, and it was a wild year. So how was your year? Ninny, what about yours? What were the three best things about your 2020? What was the three best things about your 2020?
Well, thank you so much for asking me these questions. I think 2020 has been a very special year for me. I know that for the past 10 years, we've been working together in the coaching business, but actually in this year, I really stepping up and having my own coaching business, which is, I think that's a very big win for me. And also having the opportunity to work with the very good business partner that I can do a speech in front of 250 people, so which is really good. And the number three, I would say, is a lot of quality family time, especially with the kids, of course, and with my husband. Absolutely, yeah.
Tong Yi Ling, good to see you there. We'll send you a little virtual hug over there through YouTube. Good to see you there. Well, the three best things for me in 2020, the one that hurt the most, which was the best, is I love to travel, but I didn't actually have to travel to and from Australia this year. We had been really working hard since 2012 to make our business work online. And even one of my mentors in 2017 said to me, Daniel, I don't know how you'll get your business to work online. And that was some really good feedback, but it hurt at the time because the goal was to run the business online.
Yep.
And so this year I didn't have to travel, but finally the business worked totally online. All the NLP trainings, all the timeline therapy trainings, our time management trainings, our goal setting trainings, our sales trainings, all of our coaching consulting was done 100% online.
Absolutely.
And so although I didn't get to travel, the first best thing was being able to do everything 100% online. And it proves that this online model for coaching works.
Yep. And, also I think for us, we be able to meet a lot of great people from the other end of the world. We've been, like I just said to Daniel, we feel being very blessed. Even the COVID-19, we still be able to working with a lot of good clients, great people. And we're making we're making very good money this year.
We did very well.
Yeah.
The second thing I liked about this year is I thought I had COVID-19, but I didn't. That was really good because I thought I had COVID-19 Mario, good to see you there. We'll send you a little virtual cuddle all the way over there to Australia. I quickly snuck out of Taiwan to Malaysia. We went over to Malaysia and did a great event there with Vince Tan, the World Masterclass event in Kuala Lumpur. And it was touch and go. Should we go? Shouldn't we go? But I wanted to go because I wanted to follow my passion. So I went to Malaysia, came back, and then as you do, you take care of your health. So coming back, I took care of my health and I went to the kitchen drawer. And inside of the kitchen drawer, there was a box and it was pink and it had a letter B on the front and it had vitamins in there. So if you see a B on the box, it means only B12. And so I took 2 pink tablets. I took another 2 pink tablets and I took another 2 pink tablets. And then the next day, I had some really bad diarrhea. And then I got diarrhea again and I thought I better take some more vitamin B12. So I took vitamin B12 and after 3 days of non-stop vitamin B and about 18 of these small tablets, I went to hospital. They did the COVID-19 test. They did the x-rays. They said I was fine. And then I came home, I had some water and I went to take some more of these vitamin B tablets. And as I put my hand back in the drawer to get the vitamin B tablets, Nini said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm taking your vitamin B tablets." She said, "They're not my vitamin B tablets, sweetheart. They are my laxatives."
So embarrassing. Please don't share my secret, okay?
Well, the whole world knows now. So the second thing was I escaped COVID-19. And the third one, which is really important to me, was time with my family. I have spent almost every day bar 3 because I was in Kuala Lumpur with my family. And I believe a lot of us who are starting businesses, who are building businesses, who are turning businesses around, even people who are working hard in a career, you want more time with your family. You're working because you want to provide better finance, better healthcare, better food, better opportunities for your family. And by having COVID-19 come and knock on our door this year, I was able to have more time with my family. And so, Allah Akbar, praise God, we had a better year because of COVID-19 and we're able to spend 361 days non-stop with the family.
Absolutely. Do you enjoy it or you feel a little bit sick of it?
No, I love it. My babies are loud, but it's the most time I've spent with them since Nikita was born.
That's true.
And since Caesar was born. So it was the best thing. Yes, it is testing to be at home with your kids all the time, but we love them and we've got a better relationship with them. Absolutely.
How about your wife? Do you want to ask how your wife feel that you're at home all the time?
You didn't divorce me, so I know it must be okay. We're not divorced yet, so it must be okay. Well, you did a better job in the kitchen this year.
That's true.
Yes, you served me in my office far better, and you're too cute. So
I definitely enjoy my husband at home, for sure.
So what about you? Tong, good to see you there. Most happiest year for me in 2020 is meeting my mentors, Daniel and Nini, through Vince Tan's mastermind. And it's been a pleasure to meet you also. And remember, 2020 is just the beginning. 2021 is going to get better. And all the years that are going to come, they're going to be your highest income earning years of your life. Some of the best years of your life are still yet to come. And we're so thankful for being on this journey with you.
Absolutely.
Chartek Boon, Happy New Year to Daniel and Nini from Malaysia. Well, Happy New Year's
新年快乐
to you from Taiwan. And Mike, good to see you there also. So one of the things that Nini and I do coming towards the very end of the year, which we've started doing this over the past few weeks, but you can start to do it now. We do a yearly review and we ask ourselves the question, what are the 3 best things that happened to me this year? And I'd encourage you to also end the year by discovering those 3 best things for you. You know, one of the things that maybe you lost a job, but you wanted to quit it anyway. So many people have said to me, Daniel, I'm so happy that I lost my job because now I can pursue my passion.
Yeah, we heard that a lot, even from our cabin crew friends. You know, a lot of our friends, they've been working as a cabin crew for more than 10 years, but we remember they always say, "Oh, I so want to quit," but they just don't have that push to force them to do it. But now actually they've been, have to leave that job, but actually they're even more happier because now they can finally, stop doing what they really, really love. as their career. It's beautiful.
A lot of people got divorced this year, and that's not a bad thing, by the way. The divorce rates went up, I think, by 60% in some countries, but it's not a bad thing. A lot of these people should have got divorced 5, 10, 20 years ago, but COVID forced them, which is great because COVID forced so many people out of their comfort zones. And one of the things with relationships, if you're with somebody that you don't love, you can't be with somebody that you do love. And so although you might have got divorced, although you might have broken up with your partner, it's probably the best thing ever because now you're free to pursue true love. And I think that is so important. So Jason Lowe, good to see you there.
Hello,
my brother.
新年快乐, Jason.
You've attended 100X DNA this year, and every day since that event, I've seen you out on the streets of Malaysia hustling.
Yeah.
Hustle, 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 hustle. So I'm very proud of you, and I know how hard you're working for you and how much your family will benefit from your hard work. So good for you. One, Happy New Year to you from Taiwan.
Happy New Year, 新年快乐.
And Malaysia. What are some of those other things that you've heard that seem to be bad at the start, Nini, but have worked out to be really good things for a lot of people in 2020? What else have you seen?
Great questions. For me, from what I see a lot of clients is they really start taking the action to remove some of the past that really holding them back because that pain was so great. They decided that this year they have to do something about it. So that is another scenario, that I see a lot from our clients, really stepping up and, taking the action to removing whatever used to hold them back, with those past memory or even self-sabotage behavior. They want to do coaching. They never done coaching before, but this year they really start thinking about what can I do to have the personal development so I can become better? Because the world is changing, isn't it?
Big time. Sandy Key, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, 新年快乐.
From Taiwan. If you've survived 2020, you can survive anything. This was a shit year for a lot of people. It sucked. Financially, it ruined a lot of people. But if you can still stand up, if you can still survive this year, you can survive anything. And what I believe is going to be a big takeaway, and you might not realize this just yet, but what you've learned this year is you've learned resiliency. You've learned how to be resourceful. You've had to learn to pivot and change direction really, really quickly. And we say that so many people this year have adapted, adjusted, and responded. And remember, it's not the strongest of the species that survive. It's none of that. It's the most adaptable to change. And if you have adapted, if you have pivoted, if you have lost a job and found another job, if you've closed one business and started another one, you've proven to yourself that you can do anything that you want to do. And if you're still standing, you're still in the game. And that's really important. So if COVID didn't get you this year, which is wonderful, it just proves that you are a survivor and that you will adapt to any change that will come. So Juan, great to see you there. Yes, coming out of the comfort zone. Thanks to Vince and Daniel. Awesome year. The comfort zone, ladies and gentlemen, being Aussie, our comfort zone is very different. In Australia, there's this big fucking safety net. It's a big fucking safety net. And nobody goes without, in Australia, our government, yes, we do pay a lot of taxes, and there's a lot of, things in place like the government, social security. There's a lot of money there to go around. But unfortunately, Australians used this incorrectly. They use these government bailouts, they use these government handouts to become more lazy. Instead of chasing what they wanted, they become fat and lethargic, and they just kicked back and the world went by. But one of the things with our friends in the other parts of the world, in Malaysia, here in Taiwan, across China, Japan, Thailand, and Indonesia, one of the things that I've seen here is that they become very resourceful. And our friends in Asia, they don't have this safety net that Australians do. And so what I've seen with our friends in the Asia Pacific region is they've got busy. They've got bloody busy pursuing their goals, reinventing themselves, acquiring more knowledge, acquiring more skill, changing their attitude, and getting out of that comfort zone.
Yeah, I just said to Daniel the other day, it's like, see, like with even with the Vincent's, audience. I see a lot of even our clients just nonstop learning, online courses. They want to improve themselves, which is we're so happy to see that. Like we're just so happy to see that, people wants to improve themselves and getting better and better, get out of their comfort zone and do something different for their life. I think that's really important. And also I see a lot of our friends and the follower, they're being very flexible, doing something. They not necessarily want to do it, but they know they have to do it if they want to get to their destinations.
So if you survived 2020, if you're watching this video live or on the replay, congratulations.
Yeah.
It was an emotionally testing year.
Absolutely.
It was a physically testing year. It was a mentally testing year, but it was also a very spiritually testing year. And I think for a lot of people, and I've noticed this myself, and I was asking Nini this question in bed last night. I said,
yeah,
what are we doing here? What are we doing on this planet? What did we come here to do? And I think we've realized that this year, so many of these material possessions actually mean nothing to us. Those material things. I've got a beautiful brand new Louis Vuitton bag back here. And I thought I went out of my way to get that, and I haven't even been able to use it. It's sat there on the shelf for 7 months.
I'll use it for you.
I know you will. But spiritually, what are we here spiritually? And it's been testing for us spiritually because we've had to dissociate from all these material possessions, which we probably can't afford because of our income's been impacted. But we realize that those material things are just not that important. And we are beginning to realize how important the inner work is and to figure out what we're doing here. And I believe that this year a lot of people went back to basics and they started to ask themselves, what was it that I wanted to do when I was young? And when we're young, we have these great ideas. I remember I was a newspaper boy, and at the end of my shift, I'd earn $2 and I'd give $1 to the Salvation Army. That was 50% of my income. And my mum would ask me, Daniel, why do you do that? And I said to Mum, it's because I just want to help people. And this year I realized that this was one of our best years for helping people because we had a certain skill, we had techniques, we had technologies that could really help people through these darkest moments.
Yeah.
And many years ago, I heard this saying, and if you're a coach, if you're a people helper, this is going to make sense to you. They say that professional soldiers pray for peace, but they hope for war. And so what that means is that all professional soldiers, they don't like violence. They don't like the death that comes with war. But it's only in times of war that they get to show their country how skilled they are. And so for a lot of you this year, you've been praying for peace, but you've been silently hoping for war. And for COVID-19, it has been like a war. And for Nini and I, we have been waiting for a time like this to be able to help people with mental and emotional blockages, to get clarity on who they want to be, what they want to do, what they want to have for their life. And we have been able to finally use these skills to a very extensive level. We trained more than 750 people over 2 trainings. It was 2 trainings of 750 people. And this year it allowed us to do that. And so we thank you for allowing us to help you.
Yes.
But I also want to thank you for bringing your skills out and helping so many others. And this is what this year has given us. And I think we should just be so thankful and blessed that this year has come.
Yeah.
It'll pass, but it's been testing and we've learned a lot about ourselves. So, Laurie, Happy New Year to you. Wonderful to see there. Greg Riley, Australia's #1 psychic. My man, good to see you there. And a wonderful live that we've done together this year. Christy and Ben, great to see you there. Happy New Year to the both of you. Juan, I agree, 100%. 2020 was a year of continuous self-reflection for me personally. And Karen McDonald, Karen's been very good to me and my family over the years, has supported us endlessly on the water with the use of their house and their property on the water, allowing us to wakeboard on the river whenever we wanted. So Happy New Year to you and your loved ones.
Happy New Year. Sorry, I just lost my voice.
Where did you lose it?
Don't know. Maybe very excited.
Very excited. Well, it's almost there. So what excites you? What are you excited about for 2021? what's going to get your blood pumping, what's going to make your heart sing in 2021. Where do you want to be on the 31st of December 2021? And it's really important that you begin to think about where you want to be this time next year, because your future intent determines your present actions. And if you know where you're going, then every step as of today is going to get you one step closer to that destination. And after everything you've learned this year, you now realize you can be, do, and have whatever you want. So it's time to reset and decide, where do you want to be 1 year from today? Where do you want to be, Nini?
Oh.
How many more handbags do you want to have 1 year from now?
What did I say to you the other day? I said I want to have one handbag every month, so hopefully 12.
Hopefully.
But I definitely want to coach more people and train more people in 2021 to helping more people. It's such a great feeling, and we'll be able to do that to help people. It's absolutely beautiful feeling.
Absolutely. Well, Nini, what are we doing tonight?
I'm definitely gonna have some plum wine.
Mm-hmm. And then?
You know what happened.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you for all of your support in 2020. We appreciate each and every one of you. Those of you that we haven't seen personally face to face, we look forward to seeing you the next opportunity, whether it be in 2021, 2022, 2023. We will eventually get there, and we hope that every goal that you set, you achieve this year. And I hope that next year, 2021, is your best year yet. So I hope and I wish for that for you for 2021. We didn't say bye yet. We're waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Because I want to say in the Mandarin.
Okay, go.
Okay. 最后呢，我在这里祝福各位可以在新的2021年可以事事顺心，事事顺利。最重要的是可以身体健康。我们很期待呢，如果明年可以开始做 travel 的话，我跟 Daniel 非常的希望可以和各位见面。最后祝福你们在今天2020的最后一天呢，可以和你的 family 还有你的 loved one 度过非常美好的夜晚。然后呢，我们明年见。
财神到，
财神到，
财神到，what a diamond coat.
You're definitely not a very good singer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next year.
Bye
Have a wonderful day.
bye.
Happy New Year.